This installation video will cover many 8-inch widespread Nasoni fountain faucet models. All 8-inch fountain faucets have handles that are separate from the spout, and the spread in the sink can vary between 8 and 15 inches across. Please confirm your model number applies to this video on our website prior to this installation. For this video installation, we'll be using the Nasoni 8-inch widespread fountain faucet. This product should be installed in accordance with all local and state building codes. If you don't see your fountain faucet's name or model number associated with any posted video, call 1-800-577-1612. That's 1-800-577-1612 to speak to a customer service specialist or visit Nasoni.com to download your step-by-step instruction manual. In addition to the included Allen wrench, these are the recommended tools that you'll need for this installation: a screwdriver, sealant, plumber's tape, an adjustable wrench, and some safety glasses or goggles. Additional helpful tools are a flashlight and a cleanup cloth. Now you've already removed your old faucet and cleaned the area of the sink where your new fountain faucet will go. Your water supply valves are still shut off, so let's get started. Take your new fountain faucet out of the box. You should have the following items: your pre-assembled spout, 1 spout O-ring, 2 long mounting screw rods, 2 hex nuts, 1 horseshoe washer, 1 pre-assembled pop-up drain assembly, a lift rod, 2 valve bodies, 2 handles, 2 rubber washers, 1 cold braided hose and 1 hot braided hose, 1 Allen wrench, and 1 faucet aerator key. First, you'll need to disassemble both hot and cold water valve bodies. The top of the hot one is colored red and the top of the cold one is blue. With the escutcheon and handles removed, you can now insert the valve stems into their proper holes from underneath the sink. Now you'll need an extra pair of hands for the next part. You'll need to position the hot water valve with the red ring on the left side of the spout and the cold water valve with the blue ring on the right side hole of the sink. Install a escutcheon onto valve body and tighten until firmly in place. Ensure valve is properly oriented. Temporarily place the fountain faucet handles onto the stems to align the levers, but do not use the handles to tighten the valves. Once you align, you can remove the handles. Have someone hold the valve body topside while you go under the sink to secure both valve stems to the sink. Place gasket and handle onto the escutcheon. Install the hex screw and cover. Be sure to have the faucet handles in their correct orientation. Before final tightening, check to see that both handles rotate correctly. Then insert the lift rod into the back of the faucet to make sure it moves freely and return to under the sink. From underneath the sink, feed the included hot and cold braided hoses up through the center hole. From topside, use an adjustable wrench to tighten the included hot and cold braided hoses to the spout. Next, install the 2 long threaded rods into the spout. Turn until hand tight. First comes the rubber horseshoe gasket, followed by the metal horseshoe washer, which is designed to accommodate the lines feeding out of the faucet. Now you want to install the hose connector that connects to both the water supply, receiving tube, and the hot and cold valves. Now you're ready to connect the existing water lines to both the valve bodies. While holding the nut of the water supply line with an adjustable wrench, use another adjustable wrench to screw in the inlet line adapters for your hot and cold water supply lines. It's important to note that the hot water supply always connects to the left inlet and the cold water supply lines connect to the right inlet. Now that the fountain faucet is connected and secured, it's time to head back to the sink to install your pop-up drain assembly. First off, you want to disassemble the pop-up assembly before you install it into your sink. Remove the stopper from the flange, then remove the flange from the drain body by unthreading it counterclockwise. Next, unscrew the ball rod nut from the drain body, and then remove the spring clip from the ball rod and set them all aside for the moment. To insert the drain body into the hole of the sink, first apply a bead of sealant under the flange and then remove any excess sealant. Wrap some Teflon tape around the threads of the drain body. Then from under the sink, thread it to the bottom of the flange. Tighten the drain body's lock nut until the rubber washer seats securely inside the drain opening. Tighten and make sure to adjust so that the ball rod opening faces the rear of the sink. Then insert and secure the drain assembly into the P-trap pipe fitting and again tighten by hand. Before dropping the stopper into the drain body, you need to determine if you prefer to have the stopper fixed, which provides a tighter seal when the drain is closed, but requires some uninstall of the stopper connection if it needs to be removed for cleaning. Or if you prefer it mounted in a removable form, where it can more easily be removed from the drain and is easier for cleaning purposes, it's completely up to you how you prefer to install the stopper. If you prefer the stopper to be fixed, then drop the stopper into the drain body with the offset slot facing the rear. Then go below the sink and insert the shorter end of the ball rod into the opening in the back of the drain body and through the offset slot. Then hand tighten the ball rod nut, but make sure not to over tighten. If you prefer the stopper to be removable, then drop the stopper into the drain body with the offset slot facing the side. Then go below the sink and insert the shorter end of the ball rod into the opening in the back of the drain body and alongside the offset slot. Although you may not be able to see it, the ledge on the stopper is now resting on top of the rod. Next, hand tighten the ball rod nut and make sure not to over tighten. To connect the lift rod to the drain assembly, start with the ball rod in the down position. Place one end of the spring clip onto the end of the ball rod. Insert the ball rod through any hole in the strap connection. We've chosen to insert the ball rod through the third hole in the strap for our installation. Then secure the strap and ball rod by connecting the other end of the spring clip onto the ball rod. Now with the ball rod still in the bottom position, insert the bottom of the lift rod into the hole at the top of the strap. If needed, you can adjust the lift rod height by removing and choosing a different hole in the strap to mount the ball rod through above the deck. Be sure to leave enough space between the lift rod knob and the spout body when the lift rod is down. Once you've determined the proper position of the lift rod and the train assembly, tighten the screw on your strap with your wrench. Return topside and confirm that the pop-up is operating properly. If necessary, make any adjustments. All that's left to do now is to check for leaks. Go back under the sink and turn on the hot and cold water valves. Make sure the water lines are not dripping or spraying water anywhere. Return topside, and before you run any water, be sure to remove the aerator from the fountain faucet's head and allow the hot and cold water to run for at least 15 seconds to clear the water lines. Then reinstall and tighten the aerator. If the widespread fountain faucet handles in operation flow backwards, the valves may need to be swapped. We hope this video has made your DIY experience a success. Visit us at Nasoni.com for more tips and tools for your DIY projects. At Nasoni, your experience matters to us, and we are committed to providing you the finest products and best customer experience. If you have any questions or concerns, feel free to contact us online or at our toll-free telephone number displayed on your screen. Nasoni, the future of faucets is here.